guys, welcome back to another video where I'm reclaiming my retro past. Right, so I've just shot a video, so you're going to come to that in a second, where I do a CEX Roulette. I order 5 games. Yeah, 5 games I ordered. 1 they cancelled, which I'll talk into on the video, I'll discuss about it. And then 1 which I may or may have not sent back. Obviously, yes, I took 1 back. So I took 1 back. You'll see which one it is when I do them. And with the I had about 4 vouchers then. I had vouchers for the game that they sent me back, vouchers for the game I returned. So I used those vouchers to pick up some 360 games, which were relatively cheap, but games that I want. So games that are £2 or £3 or £1.50, and I think one of them was £1.50 anyway. Games I want, which I don't really want to spend £1.95 on the postage for. So I'll show you these now. So the first one, Motion Sports Adrenaline, another Kinect game. Looks super good. There's obviously lots of different activities and stuff on there. It probably isn't as good as what I'd imagine it to be, but yeah, I do like collecting Kinect games, so I'm gonna keep whenever I see them. I'm always picking them up. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, no manual, which there should be, but it's just, you never know, do you, with 360 games, especially some of the later titles. They stopped doing manuals for them. But yeah, I know that this one was supposed to have one, so I'm a bit gutted about that. But Modern Warfare 3, I'm sure I will come across this at some point in a bundle or whatever. But yeah, so again, £3.50, so two cheap ones there. I basically took a picture of my 360 games and games which I thought I'd had, or games where I had a few of the Call of Duties, but whenever I come to them, I'm not sure which ones I've got. I just double checked just to see which ones I needed. Dragon Age Origins, I can't remember who it was. It could be Al, maybe, I don't know. But I was watching a video, I always forget, and someone picked this up, I believe, and I remember talking about it, and this was basically the last game I bought before I left home, and I'd only just started it, and so I sort of stopped playing it. I've never picked it up since. Just make sure I don't have it. So yeah, I grabbed that. It's made by BioWare, who, if you know me, you know that I'm a big fan of BioWare, and I've just never got stuck into it. And it's about dragons, and it's an RPG, so I must really enjoy it. Bioshock 2, £1.50. See what I mean? It's a game that I sort of want, but I'm not going to buy that online and spend more on the postage. There's a bit of a tear there to the in fact, yeah, the case. I've got loads of 360 cases, so that this one's replacing. But yeah, Bioshock 2 I've never played. I've played the first one. I've played it a few times, but never got round to finishing it. So I'd like to finish that one and then give this one a go at some point. Again, whether it happens or not, we don't know. Fallout 3, another cheap one. I was really shocked when I saw these games. I thought, I'm sure I've got them. I obviously had them at some point, but for whatever reason, in the past I've got rid. Fallout 3 was, I wouldn't say my favourite Fallout. That'll be the other one I show. But I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed this a lot more than Fallout 4. Maybe that was something to do with my age and as a kid playing this one, or as a teenager, I'm a lot more into it. And got more time for it. Obviously, it's a big game. Always put off by I always compared this to the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and love that like the what am I trying to say? The scene that the game's based in. So that you go if you go for a walkie and go exploring, it's a shithole, isn't it? It's like, might as well go out round Blackburn and just start having a look around shops. It's sort of a depressing environment, whereas Elder Scrolls Oblivion was you'd go out exploring and all of a sudden you'd come across a vineyard, you know, and you could murder people in it. Okay, that's violent, I guess. But yeah, no, it's a good game. I completed Fallout 3, but I finished it early, and I think in fact, I know they brought out expansions for it, but without those, if you complete it, it's sort of the end of the game. So there was a lot I missed out on there. Assassin's Creed 2. I've always hated the Assassin's Creed games. I never got far on Assassin's Creed 1. I think the furthest in fact, before I started playing it recently, just to give it another go, because I know they are good games. I just got bored almost, you know, within an hour of gameplay. But I've got a bit further this time, and I've started doing more stuff. So very repetitive, but yeah, I figured I'd go through them. And the games that I'd like to have sort of the set for. So I've already got the third and the first. Now I've got the second. I know there's a lot more as well. And then the best Fallout, again, someone picked this up. I don't know if it was the same video as the Dragon Age one, but someone discussed it. But this is the best Fallout game there is, in my opinion, a lot of others as well. Another game which was the last I sort of played before. In fact, this game I was halfway through. I just got to Vegas itself, and then I left home and never picked it up since. So, but yeah, I was really enjoying it. Good little story, sort of a different start, and yeah, it's less of a shithole because, you know, Vegas is still this booming city. And that's it. So yeah, a few sort of random cheap 360 games which, in fact, I've played all of these apart from the Kinect one, and they're just games that I'd like to go back to at some point. So get them whilst they're cheap, because I'm sure that's not going to get much cheaper than £2 as the years go by, and we'll just keep hold of them until eventually one day I come around to playing them. Which the 360 is by far one of the greatest consoles there is. Dreamcast I love collecting for now. Nostalgia is so high for that, but the games on the 360 are just incredible. So I don't know where I've input this video, what point I've put it in at. I'll probably just leave it at the start. So I've shown you those. I'll put this at the start, and then you'll now transition into the video where I did the CEX Roulette part. Cheers, guys, and we'll see you. In fact, we won't. We'll see you when you'll see me doing my CEX Roulette right now. I managed to trade a few bits in. I had some games in the collection which I had no interest in. You know, part of bundles and stuff like that. But I just never had a massive interest in them. I was never going to play them, and I thought it's time for them to go. Rather than I tend to do this every now and then, go through stuff. If there's something that I've got no interest in playing, or no nostalgia for, or just simply do not want, I'll take it in. So yeah, I took a few bits and pieces in, got a bit of trade credit, not much, but it was able to go towards some other stuff. So I found a few cheap games from CEX, which are games which I do actually want to play. So there's some of the more common titles, so you're not seeing anything insanely rare here. There's a Dreamcast game, there's a Sega Megadrive game, PS1, yeah, there's a PS1 game, and then there was 2 Xbox games, but one of them got cancelled. I don't know why it got cancelled, and then the price of the game went up, so I got refunded. But I got refunded like an extra 50p more than what I paid. But then when I looked at the game had gone up like an extra £1. So strange, I don't know how they work that, but I guess I can't really complain. But yeah, so they didn't send that, which was a shame. So I'll just keep hold of that until I get a bit more credit. First one, then we've got a box here. I'm guessing this is the Mega Drive game, or it could be Dreamcast, to be honest. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mainly got these games because they're games which I want to play, I'm interested in having a look at, or I've got nostalgia for, and I've not really added added to much, from CEX, as in games that actually want, that actually look for and think, yeah, that's good. Usually it's just stuff you find sort of deals and whatnot. There we go, Extreme Sports for Sega. That is perfect packaging. That obviously it's in a big box. The box is well packaged, but that is not. You can tell it's not really moved, so it's packaged really well. It did take a while to come, did all this stuff. I ordered this about a week ago. Yeah, a bit of probably the best way you can send a Dreamcast game. So it feels heavy enough, so I'm sure there's a manual in there. There's mountain biking on here, there's paragliding, snowboarding, and then quad biking. I've never played it. I saw it, it was cheap, and I thought, let's have a look at that. Working case. It doesn't look to be one of their reprints or anything sort of dodgy going on. Missing a few bits there, whatever you call those little. Let's have a look at the back. Yeah, I could tell with the way we had the manual, so that's good. Is it UK? Yeah, it's got UK on the back as well. Perfect. So yeah, so first game, a Sega Dreamcast game, in perfect condition. There's a couple of cracks and stuff, but you can't be too picky. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Doesn't need to go back. But yeah, brilliantly packaged. Next one. I feel like there's two games in here. I think the Megadrive game and maybe an Xbox game in here. Yeah, right, we'll go Xbox first. We've got Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. I do have the Jedi Outcast, which is Jedi Knight 2. This is actually Jedi Knight 3. I remember when I first played this, I saw Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, played it, thought it was brilliant, and then I went back to see that they had Jedi Knight 2, so I thought this was the sequel to this game, and actually this is a sequel to that. There's a few games in the series. I think what was the first one called? Dark. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but there was a couple of games, and then it became Jedi Knight, and then Jedi Knight 2. But even the first one, I think it was on the PlayStation 1. But this one's brilliant. I only ever did the first level of that. This one I finished, and it was really good. Put that back. It feels weighty, so I'm sure the manual's in there, which it is. So it's a good start, because they don't always come that way. Brilliant. Yeah, so Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy is the second game. Another win, definitely. Nice case, everything's in good order there. This is new. I've never had one of these with CEX before. Okay, Sega Megadrive game. We have Chuck Rock. I've seen this a lot. I think it's quite a common game, and probably why it's so cheap. But I've actually never had it and never played it. But I don't know. It just screams Mega Drive to me. It's just something that I just like the artwork, and that I look at that and I think, yeah, I could probably give that a go. £8 quid. So yeah, nice and cheap, that one. Sadly though, it doesn't have a manual. The front of the label's a bit boring, to be honest. But yeah, there we go. So we've got a cartridge. It's several spots, but there's no manual. I will take that back. I'm not interested in Mega Drive games without a manual. So yeah, that unfortunately will be going back. Not too bad, but yeah, they should be sold separately, shouldn't they? Last one, so this will be the PS1 game. Yeah, shame about that Mega Drive game, but I have kept. I think I've got Sonic 2 without a manual, and I wish I'd have taken that back and just tried again. I definitely forgot to turn my notifications off. Right, packaged really well. We've got Alien Trilogy. Happy that they didn't send me a Platinum. Not that I'm overly bothered, but you do pay a bit more for the black label ones. Again, another game I've had and played. I love the films. I remember playing the game when I was very little and being really scared to play it. Obviously, the aliens that come out, and perfect. We've got a manual, quite a chunky one, and we've got some Acclaim booklet for other games, so it's always good to get those as well, anything that's extra. And then importantly as well, we've got the PAL disc. So we've got this is sort of what I look for. I hate it when you get, you've got a black label and then you've got a platinum disc in there, but we've got the PAL disc, the PAL booklet as well, because they have platinum written on the back, and everything else PAL as well. So yeah, what's that? 4 out of 5? Did we get 5? No, we only got 4, didn't we? Yeah, I did order. What was it? It was a game I ordered. It was on another original Xbox game, MX versus ATV Unleashed. A game I used to have. I was just flicking through. It was something cheap, and yeah, it was a game that I used to play a lot of when I was not so young. I was still in school. But yeah, it went up by £1, and maybe that's the reason. I don't know. But they cancelled my order, and then they refunded me with an extra 50p, which was really strange. So yeah, we've got another Dreamcast title I like slowly adding to the Dreamcast. It's the only system I've got an interest in getting a full set for. Something with, I'm sure this game could be totally trash, but it's got different bits on there, so 2 players, I'd have fun with it. Really well packaged, nice case, got the booklet and everything. Alien Trilogy couldn't have come any better. Yeah, there's a crack here at back. Other than that, the rest of the case is in brilliant condition. So yeah, looking forward to playing that one again. I did play it not so long ago actually. Jedi Knight Academy. I will play Jedi Outcast 2 first before I play this one, because it does follow on somewhat. Not so much with the story, but the characters are mentioned. And I've never played the second, so it'll be good to give it a go. So I've got 3 games there that I've added to the collection. Trading in stuff that I'm not interested in, I'm never going to play. Frees up space. It stops you hoarding, basically. I know we're all hoarders anyway, but it stops you hoarding loads of games just for the sake of it. Whereas these ones, I know that I will, whether I get round to them or not, whether I get round to them or not is another question. But the games that I will like to play, or I do like to have, and yeah, unfortunately, it's again really good case. I might swap it out to something. Yeah, I'll probably have a look at see if I've got any cases without a hanger. I'll keep hold of that, but I'll send this back, and that's simply just for the fact that there's no manual in it. I've only got 1 Megadrive game without a manual, so I want to keep it. I don't want to keep it that way because I want to get a manual for it, but I want to limit it to just the one for now. Yeah, I don't know. Is this a good game? It looks pretty boring now looking at the back of it, but I just got it. I won't mind giving it a go. So yeah, all together I'm happy with that. I've got rid of some tap, I've got some stuff that I'm interested in. Only 1 game needs to go back. It could be a lot worse and has been a lot worse in the past. Hope you enjoyed it. I know they're not amazing games and they're not incredibly rare. I've slowed down with pickups, I've slowed down with spending a lot of money on stuff like that, and they are games that I want that just happen to be cheap. So cheers for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye bye. Okay, so usually at this point now, I get the games, I grab a few baby wipes and stuff, and I go and wipe them all down, just because I like getting all the dirt and grime off it, and it leaves it nice and clean before you then put it away in the collection. So I've just mentioned I bought this game, and I took pictures of the collection to see what I had. This is how fast my memory is, and this weren't in there. and I thought it was, but I double checked and it weren't in there. £2 to pay for this. Go over to my bag of games, which I need to clean. £1. I bought it last bloody week. So yeah, now I've got 2 of them. I'm an idiot.